Hello and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we are going to encourage you to walk Hampton clean. Here to tell us about it is Cris Ausink from the Clean City Commission. Welcome back, Cris.
Well, thank you for having me.
This is, it's such a cool thing because walking is good for us.
That's right.
Cleaning up the city is good for not just the individuals, but the city as a whole.
Yes.
So it's two wonderful things that we can do at once.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the program and also the dates for this year.
Okay, the program is that you may walk during Earth Week. Earth Day is April 22nd. And the International Children's Festival is April 21st, plug. And so you can walk any time between April 21st through the 28th, Saturday the 28th.
Okay. And this, much like you're saying Earth Week, and most of us remember Earth Day, these things have grown to
Yes.
larger celebrations. Walk Hampton Clean used to be a one-day event, and then I remember it was like, well, let's hit a weekend so we can pick up churches and people on Sundays, and then it was, well, let's pick up a weekday so we can get school kids.
Right.
And now you're going from a Saturday to a Saturday. Why?
Well, there's several reasons, because our lives are so busy.
That's right.
Some families may have a ball game on Saturday morning, you know, or different obligations on the weekend, but there's always time. The hours are longer during the day now.
It is really making a difference.
It's
I know.
making a difference. So you can walk from sunrise, anytime between sunrise and sunset. We want to make sure you're safe. We don't want you walking in the dark with a flashlight.
And you would miss stuff anyway.
Yeah. It gives people more people can participate, and there's more flexibility because one of the issues is you never know what the weather's going to be.
So true.
And so this way, you know, if you have a group that meets in the evening, and you just come a little early and do your little walk before you have your meeting. And so you know, there's scouts.
Right. And my Cub Scouts used to clean up the Armstrong School playground and grounds.
And you
every
can make
year.
it as a part of your thing. I think we have one that the scouts are gonna do it during the time when they usually have their meeting.
That would work out perfectly.
Yeah. One of the Girl Scouts has already signed up. Troop, so they're going to do when it's
So this
convenient.
could be almost any age. Certainly, you've got to have supervision,
Definitely.
which is true of any scout group anyway. It could be a sports team. It could be,
Yes.
you know, any. It can be Kiwanis or Exchange Club. I mean, it could be grown-ups can do it too. It's not just that we're teaching our kids.
Definitely. Yeah, we're broadening the scope. So
I do anyway. When I walk the dog in the mornings in the neighborhood, I always take, you take the scoop bag, so you also can pick up trash while you go. But the important part here is to do it, obviously.
Right.
But also to register, because you're counting the number of sites, the number of people, you're
definitely. Registering is very, very important because we want to recognize you for what you did. Yeah, so registering and reporting afterwards.
Right, so that's the other piece of it.
The other piece, I have people walk and then I have to call, did you walk? I didn't hear from you.
So we report back to you how much we picked up.
How much you picked up and how far you walked.
Now, you also, the other reason to register is that you help with supplies for people who register early or on time even. Now, what is that?
Okay, we loan out litter sticks, and we have safety vests for those walking along the street, and we have gloves that we provide that we loan, and then we bring them back. And we will give you trash bags, so you don't have to even.
Those back.
We don't want the trash bags. I did have someone bring me the trash back to my office, so yeah. But we provide that, and also we provide if there's a large amount of trash, we will come and pick it up, or I will arrange. I will arrange for solid waste to come and do it, or stormwater.
And that may be important if I'm not in my own neighborhood, because if I, for example, am doing a community center or a neighborhood far away, I might not want to put all that in my car, you know.
Right. And also, you know, we put it in a corner. We don't want to put all the trash in somebody's front yard. So it's really important. But if you can bring it back and dispose of it yourself, the better, because that cuts down on us picking it up. And timely getting rid of the trash. We don't want the bags sitting there for a long time. Yeah. What happens is they get pilfered, or animals can get in.
Or it's just unsightly in a neighborhood, and you want to make a good impact on the neighborhood and not...
so we want to make sure. So when you register on that registration, it also will tell me where you want me to pick up the bags.
Okay.
You know, what location. But we certainly don't want you putting it in front of somebody's house and
that's not your own, or that's
you're not
too
your own.
soon.
You know, if it's in front of your house and your dumpster's full, that's fine. We'll do it. But we want basically corners or some common area.
The other thing you were telling me before we started taping is that this is a great neighborhood watch activity.
Yes.
And so what would that be like? Or neighborhood association activity?
Homeowners association. Well, the neighborhood watch last year, actually, Powhatan Park Neighborhood Watch did the most miles. They walked 6 miles.
Okay, wait. How do you calculate miles? Like you add up if 10 people walk a half a mile each, or is it?
No, I do the length of the street.
Okay.
Okay. I do the length of the street. Now, if you do one side, I just count the mileage on one side because you only walked one side.
Gotcha.
But if you do a group, you're doing both sides, then I count both sides of the street. And the reason why that is because every bit of little piece of trash that is not on the street is not going to be plugging up our storm water system, our storm drains, and our ditches. And so we want to keep the litter out of our waterways. And this basically is keep our water clean.
Well, and honestly, it's not just keeping the water clean, it's keeping the water system moving. It would also reduce neighborhood flooding. You know, you can have big chunks of trash keeping water from moving where it's supposed to be, and so then it backs up into ditches and yards, and litter can exacerbate a problem. I know it's not going to fix flooding all on its own, but it is one piece.
It is important, and even people who have trash that needs to be picked up, don't put it in the ditch.
Right.
You know, because if it rains, then it's blocking the flow.
It's blocking, and it's going into a waterway. At some point, everything in Hampton is very likely to flow down into a waterway. Because that's what we don't want to happen.
You'll be amazed what can go into a storm drain, a bicycle, and I mean, it's just amazing.
Wow.
Planks of wood and stuff.
So we have options here. I can say, hey, I walk my dog already. I'm going to, that week, you know, cover this many miles or this many streets and, you know, covered. Or I can say, hey, I'm a Cub Scout leader or I'm a youth group leader. Where do you need me? Because I suspect there are parts of this city where you have volunteers taking care of their own neighborhoods, but don't always reach out. Some places may have all older people who can't get out, or for whatever reason, less involved folks.
Yes, definitely. We want to open it up to everybody. This is, and if you need a space, call me.
And for younger kids, you know, groups of, say, Cub Scouts or, you know, Brownies or the younger groups, you'll look for schools or places where there's not a lot of traffic, where they're in
schools
an area.
Or parks or, you know, places, community centers, ball fields, you know.
Yeah, and that really helps kids learn to give back for the public spaces that they use and appreciate that a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. Every year it's exciting to see where and people, and it's a good way to get to know your neighbors.
Yes, it is. Being outside, talking to people, doing good works, and it kind of inspires other people maybe to join in, or at least to not litter. I mean, I think there's two things here. One is the cleanup, but one is raising the awareness so we don't have to do big cleanups.
That's
people
right.
Don't litter in the first place, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Cris, how do we register?
Okay, you can register online. The Hampton City website has a banner. Click the banner and click register online, and you can do it that way, or you can go through the Hampton Clean City website under quick links and click Walk Hampton Clean.
Okay, and give us the dates one more time.
April 21st through 28th.
And we want you to register no later than the 20th, hopefully a little sooner.
Yeah, hopefully sooner since it starts the 21st, but I'm very merciful.
Some of us don't plan very well, Cris.
Yeah.
You got to give me a little break here.
Yeah, you have options.
That's
see?
right.
Okay, I guess I'll walk. So I'll take anyone. So I'm being very, very flexible.
Okay, well, thank you very much and good luck.
Well, thank you so much for having me. A pleasure.
And I hope you will join us for Walk Hampton Clean. It's very flexible. You can do it on your time. You can do it with a group of friends. You can do it with kids. Make it fun, make it educational, make it healthy to get outdoors. But do register so we know you're doing it. Thanks for watching.